One. Well, friends, we're back to have another conversation. Are you ready?
Hello, everyone.
Are you ready?
I am.
All right. We first want to say thank you for everyone who watched and commented and inboxed and who we've seen in person since last week.
Mm-hmm.
What was last week's conversation?
Intimacy.
What is the loudest part to you about intimacy from our conversation last week?
You gotta be vulnerable.
Why you gotta be vulnerable? What's so important about that?
Can't build anything unless you're willing to be vulnerable.
So you got to get naked. That's what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Now, I know several people in relationships that would rather be naked physically before they would get naked emotionally.
Absolutely.
It's a problem.
It is. It really is.
So intimacy is vital to any relationship. Would you agree?
I agree wholeheartedly.
So today, she does not want me to tell her the topic that we're going to discuss beforehand. She's just a freestyler. So I have been tasked with coming up with a topic that I think that both of us believe that will age a relationship. Do we have all the answers?
No.
We ain't got all the answers, Sway.
We're not trying to have all the answers either.
Our mission with doing these is just to help someone who is non-married or married or divorced or married or engaged to add some level of wisdom, some insight, some failures that we have learned, so that you don't have to, just to add some clarity to some questions that you may have. And so let's dive into it. We're going to discuss needs versus wants.
Really?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So
I'm with it.
Our beloved brother, Pastor Brandon E. Vassell, made a statement years ago that we have dialogued about in our private group settings. We've had some very intense conversations with our friends.
Absolutely.
They are also relationship gurus. But he made a statement, I think it is profound. He said that relationships are not love-based, they're need-based. And I believe it was the psalmist, Tina Turner.
Who said what's love got to do
She
with it?
decreed and declared, what's love got to do with it? So this is the thought behind the statement. And then we're going to get into these 5 points.
Okay.
Oh, we got 5.
Okay.
5 points.
Buckle up, guys.
Relationships are not love-based, they're need-based. The thought behind that statement was, I can love you and still leave you.
Yeah. Or be toxic for you.
Oh, you already ready? You already ready? Was you in my notes?
I'm not in your notes, but I'm just saying.
So I can love you and still leave you. You said that you can love me and be toxic for me. So there's a difference between a need and a want. Tell us this afternoon, what is a want?
A want is a perfect credit score.
That's an example of a want. Can you do without a perfect credit score?
Yes.
So you can make it.
Yes.
You can live. You won't die.
Yes.
What is a need?
A need is air. The air we breathe is a need. We can't live without it.
So if you don't have it, you'll die.
Absolutely.
Give me one need that you have. If you don't have it, call Dyer and them to come pick you up because you're going to die. What's one of your needs?
One of my personal needs is quality time.
Why you got to have that?
It feeds me. It energizes me. It helps me reset so that I can be all the things that I need to be during the day.
All right.
What's the need for you?
Come on now. I don't mean to be shallow. I need sex. That's what I need. If I don't get it, I will die.
AKA physical touch.
No.
Yeah, you need physical touch too.
SEGGS. So,
really?
Needs versus wants. If you are in a relationship with someone it is imperative that you understand why you need what you need.
Ooh.
If you don't know
Mhm.
why you need what you need,
Mhm.
then you won't be able to articulate
Right.
it to the person that you're with,
Mhm.
because they are going to be one of the suppliers of that need, or the
That's
person
good.
that is in closest proximity to you most of the time in your life if y'all live
Right.
together. So it is imperative that the person that you're in relationship with
Mhm.
knows what your needs are
Mhm.
and why you need it.
Right.
If I tell you I need physical touch,
Mhm.
and you grew up in an environment or a household or had an upbringing
Mhm.
where there was not an emphasis placed on physical touch, even though I need it, if I don't know how to articulate why I need physical touch,
Right.
she might not interpret right what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So if I don't explain it to you, then you won't know why it's a need. There are
Yes.
some couples that we have counseled over the years and over even the past months this year that one spouse says, I need sex.
Right.
And the other one doesn't understand why it's a need.
Right.
One person said, well, if you need that much sex, you just need to grow up. So if it's a need and I will die if I don't get it,
Yeah.
I got to have it. I'm not going to be okay.
Okay, can we just like break down
Let's break it
the
down.
physical touch sex piece?
Let's
Because I
break
feel
it down.
like people get hung up on that, especially Christians. Okay, so for a man, correct me if I'm wrong, physical touch and sex is a way of affirming you, it's a way of connecting with you, it's a way of letting you know that I love you and I'm willing to give myself to you. Is that right?
Yes, that would be correct.
Yeah.
Quality time for you is expressing to you that not only do I want you around, I want to be in your presence, but you want undivided attention.
Mhm.
You prefer undivided attention, and that lets you know that I not only need you,
Mhm.
but I want you in my presence.
Absolutely. See, look at you.
Now, what we just did right there, this is 16 years in.
Yeah.
It has been a whole lot of conversations, because not only does she know what I need, not only do I know what she needs,
Mhm.
but we both understand the why.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to understand your own necessity of why you need what you need. I gotta say this.
Okay.
You're gonna like this.
Okay.
Your spouse is not going to be, or your partner or your baby, whoever it is you're in relationship with, is not going to be your all and all. Jesus
Come on and say it.
is your all and all.
And he is the only one.
But your partner or your
Right.
spouse or the person that you're in relationship with, they are not going to be your everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I grew up predominantly by myself, so I appreciate alone time.
Yes.
I appreciate quiet time.
Yes.
So we can be riding and there's
Mhm.
nothing wrong, and I might have nothing to say for 50 miles
Mhm.
because I got to recharge.
Mhm.
I
That is the way for you to
need
recharge.
silence. So she is not, there are some things that I like when we work out, she goes into a class and I'm out
Mhm.
by myself
In the gym.
doing my own workout.
Right.
Now, even though we're there together,
Mhm.
she counts that as quality time, might I add. But even though we're not doing the same thing together,
Right.
we are still
Together. Yeah.
But she's not. There are some things that I enjoy doing without her. There are some things that she enjoys doing without me.
Yeah.
And it's no slight to one another.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So I think a lot. Tell me about this.
Mm.
Have you seen couples make the mistake of trying to make the person that they're with their all in all?
Absolutely.
Why is that? You got to explain to everybody who's watching.
Okay, I'll say yes because I was definitely guilty of it, and then we got into an argument about it, and he I'm going to say politely, but it wasn't politely
Oh, I
at the
forgot
time,
about this.
told me, you need to get some friends. I am not your only friend. I don't know why you think I'm about to meet every single one of your needs.
Y'all, I was tired.
And it hurt my feelings at first. I ain't even gonna lie. But when I took the time to like process through what he was really saying, and I took the time to like pray about it and ask the Holy Spirit to show me, it's true. There is no way that every single one of my needs can be met solely by you. And it's unfair.
I felt pressure.
That's what I was about to say. It's an unfair weight to put on you to be like, okay, you got to be here for every conversation I want to have. You got to be here for every need, every want I got. It doesn't work, y'all.
Every lunch period, she wants to talk the whole lunch period. I said, I have to have some time to replenish. So, number one, these are the 5 points.
Okay.
You have to identify what you need.
Yep.
Why you need it.
Okay.
We've already hit those 2.
Mm-hmm.
We also, as individuals in our relationships, because we understand that relationships are not love-based, they're need-based.
Right.
Because I can leave you and still love you.
Right.
But if you stop meeting my needs long enough,
right,
I might either find somebody else to meet my needs, or I might slide you those papers and say, we just better do it apart. So need meeting is important.
Yeah.
All of your needs are not met through me. You have sisters, you have a father, you have a spiritual father, you've got a mother, mm-hmm. You've got different people in your life who meet different needs of yours. And so I want to stress this to the utmost importance. You have to find people in your life, in your community, mm-hmm. that you can build a relationship with, so that when the person that you're in relationship with primarily mm-hmm. injures you or there's time apart, right. Your world is not falling apart because you have not built all of your hopes, dreams, aspirations, fears, and all of this into one person.
Okay, can we just make a quick little sidebar?
Okay,
we're going to come right back.
Sidebars.
You said that it's important to have community, and I think that in 2023, there's something that's absent. And that's one of the reasons why we try to put all of the pressure on the person that we're in relationship with or our spouse, because we refuse to have a community of people that we trust and will be vulnerable with. So instead, I'm going to make you hold the weight of all of that because I'm too insecure to just trust people.
Ooh. So you saying the person put unnecessary strain and mm-hmm. responsibility on the one that we're sleeping with.
Right.
And not utilizing mm-hmm. those other relationships that are around us that have proven to be solid, proven to be trustworthy, proven to be safe.
Right. Because of fear, because of trust issues, because of low self-esteem. Really, it's a lot of internal things that will hinder us from building the relationships that already exist around us and letting them be like really authentic and organic and just lovely because we're afraid. So we'll call these people our friends and our sisters and my brother and but we won't give them access to us to really hold us accountable and to really meet those needs that we have.
Don't bro me if you don't know me.
Okay, that part.
No, I can't do one real fast for sis.
It's okay.
But don't sis me if you don't miss me.
Okay, that's a stretch. But anyways, let's talk about the bro and know me though, right? Okay. So say you and one of your homeboys and you like, bro, right? You also have to hold a level of accountability for the person that's calling you bro, because if you don't really feel like you can be vulnerable with them in that capacity, then you should be honest with them so that it's not one-sided, because then that could also injure that other person. They around here calling you bro, being completely vulnerable and honest and transparent.
And it's one-sided.
Yeah, and you just like, yeah. And then they ask you how you doing, and you just being real basic. I'm fine.
Now I have been guilty of this. He's not my. Everybody knows Brandon. Brandon is my blood brother, just without the blood. He's my.
That's a good way to describe it.
So he has observed this about me, mm-hmm. that there are relationships that I have that people will call me their best friend. And he would say, hey, so-and-so, your best friend. I said, oh, that's not my... So this was years ago. So he would say, These people believe that you and them are best buds,
Yeah.
and you saying we're really close. But he's saying, well, this person believes that you best.
Mhm.
So we have to be careful about building relationships one-sided.
Right.
But that's a whole nother conversation.
Back
So
on task. Sorry.
why? I have a question. These are
Okay.
about the needs. The first one was identifying what you need.
Why
The
you need
second
it?
one was why do you need that?
Right.
The third one was where does that need stem from?
Ooh.
So because I was
Juicy.
alone a lot, my mother worked full time, and some nights she had meetings after work, and so before my sister was born, it was just me at the house.
Mhm.
So I am comfortable. I'm okay with being by myself and then, hooking up with a crowd or going public places. But I got like an iPhone, I got to recharge. My battery will be in the green, then it'll go from green to yellow, and then from yellow to red, the low power mode.
Yeah.
That means I got to recharge.
Yeah.
But I forgot why I said. Oh, I said that because I love physical touch because it communicates to me, John, I want you here.
Yeah.
And you are valued and you are loved.
Yeah.
And there is somebody's see, like you can't hug me through the phone.
Right.
So it's me embracing the fact that you are physically here and yeah, you're gonna touch me. Touch me on this couch. So what you need, why you need that, where it stems from.
Where can go so deep though. Because sometimes we say we need things because we haven't worked through the trauma that we've been in. And then that's also a false weight in a relationship.
Say it again. Say it another way.
I can't charge you to be something or show up as something if it's really an area that's just unhealed in me.
Ooh.
It is then my responsibility.
You got to say that. You got to say it a third. You got to say it a third time.
Okay. Now we're talking about where do our needs come from. It is possible for me to have a need that I'm requesting you to show up in that is really not your responsibility to show up in because it's really just an area that's unhealed. So some needs are toxic needs. That's why I said at the beginning, when you said, what does love have to do with it? It's possible for me to love you and be toxic at the same time. We always assume that toxic means like I'm going crazy and I'm screaming and I'm yelling. Yeah, I'm slashing tires, putting sugar in the tank. But people can be calm and put together and still be toxic for you.
Silent but deadly.
Okay.
SBD.
Just saying.
That is such a good point.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to what you said earlier about placing an unnecessary expectation and a demand on you because we live together.
Yeah.
That you have to put a Band-Aid on this explosion in my heart instead of me taking responsibility. So it can kind of look like this. If my need for physical touch starts to injure you, if I start doing things that cause you harm out of that need of physical touch, then we have translated and transcended from you meeting that need to me being reckless with this need, which is what you spoke to. There is something underneath that need. So that's why you have to know where your need stems from, because if it stems from pain, if it stems from a traumatic experience, then the person that you're with is not going to be able to heal it by meeting that need.
Yeah, you'll still be in a deficit.
Oh, this is good. Okay, two more. This is your question.
Okay.
What will you do in the positive if you receive the level of quality time in a week that you need?
What will I do?
Yeah. What benefit do I get? Do the kids get? Do the people that you're in relationship with? What is the positive of you getting your quality time?
I just feel like when I get quality time, I'm able to like really show up authentically as myself. So you're getting access to all of me. It's no limitations. It's not, I'm tired, I need to go lay down, but I'm able to move and work with all cylinders that are present.
Question number 2. This is our last point.
Okay.
What will you do? What will you won't do
Uh-huh.
if you do not get quality time from your man? Tell the truth.
I shut down.
Tell the truth. Come on, keep going. Come on.
When I don't get quality, not come on.
Come on, add to it. It's a moment there.
When I don't get quality time, I shut down. I find myself being cranky. I find myself burning out really quickly. And then I'm like, okay, wait, what is off? Oh, we ain't had no time together yet this week.
God.
Like, it's really, really like all caps. It is a need for me to have quality time. And I would say not even like just with you, anybody I'm in relationship with, if it's like a really close relationship for me, I need some level of quality time. Now, of course, that quality time looks different based on that relationship, but I still need it. So like I have quality time with the kids when I pick them up from school, we get to catch up on their day. Or like some of my girlfriends, if I haven't heard from them in a day or two, I'm like, hey, where you at? You okay? You good? Girl, I was about to come over there. Because for me, that is the way in which I stay connected with the people that I'm in relationship with, is by quality time.
One of the things that I love about my relationships that are dear to me and close is that I love the ability to have open and honest conversations about my fears, my concerns. Like not just with physical touch, but I believe that if you love me and I love you and you understand me and I understand you, I should be able to get emotionally naked in front of you and feel safe while doing it. So my need for physical touch goes even to like emotional transparency. If I don't feel like I can get emotionally naked in front of you, then there's a limit to how intimate and how close we can be. Does that make sense? So,
are you answering the question?
No. I'm done. Okay, interview me.
Show or tell us when you get the level of physical touch that you need in a week. How does that affect you positively?
Number one.
Yeah, come on, talk to us.
I'm calm. All hell. Come on, let's all hell can be going on, and I can be, my anxiety can jump. But when I have been touched on properly by the woman, by my wife, I can just be calm. I would drink Drano and eat Brillo Pass for you. When I am need met, when I'm need fulfilled. Come on. When I walk out of the door in the morning, I feel like I can conquer the day and any challenges that come my way.
And you can.
Oh my shot. So I will do all that is within my power for her, not out of just responsibility. But there's another place that a man, that a provider and a protector will yield to his woman, different from a place of I'm supposed to, but there's a whole nother realm of I want to.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Come on, the clock is ticking.
Okay. Explain to us how meeting someone's need converts into a want to.
If I am the need meter, if I'm meeting your need?
Either angle. You get to
so, like when we took vows, we made a covenant with God and with each other that I will, even if you won't. For richer or poor.
For better
or worse, till death do you part. Even if they slash your tires, put sugar in your tank, but baby oil on the windshield. So, I have a responsibility to care for you. I have a responsibility to protect you. I have a responsibility to make sure that you are safe from me, from any other entity. My job, he said on The Color Purple, my job is to buy her what she wants and take her where she's supposed to go. So I have responsibilities towards you. As a man that made a commitment to you before God. That was my commitment. So no matter if you clown, are disruptive, disrespectful, I still am bound to the commitment that I made to God and to you when we put these rings on. Now, you start meeting my need. That's it moves from I have to,
Mm-hmm.
it can move from I have to I get to.
Right.
I gotta come home tonight because I'm a married man and I want to be out in the streets all night. It can convert from I gotta go home tonight, and you start meeting my needs.
Right.
And I tell you what my need is, and I explain to you where it comes from, and you say, okay, because I love this man and I want this man to know that he is cared for, he is loved, and he is welcomed in my presence.
Yes.
You start meeting that need, and I start meeting your needs. So when I pull up in the driveway, it's not I have to go home, it's I get to go home.
Come on, that part.
So there is a joy that I'm only speaking from the male perspective. I'm sure the women can also echo it, but there is a joy I get from providing for you.
Mm-hmm.
I get pleasure. It fulfills my need in meeting your need, because not only do I have to, not only am I tasked to, but I want to.
Come on. Yeah, that's good.
Any other things you want to say?
Let's see. I think that it is both ways though, because like for me, like I'll be at home cooking dinner or like preparing the house for your arrival, but there's like a level of excitement because it's like, oh, he's gonna be so excited that he's coming home to a fresh cooked meal, and the house got the smell.
When she does all of those things, I think some couples in relationships, we miss the efforts that the other person is putting into your they want to see your face light up. So she used to do those. She's always cooked, she's always made sure the house was right, she always does what she does. But when I found out that where it was coming from and why she was doing it, she makes my plate, not just because somebody told her or suggested to her that, baby, you ought to make your man's plate first, but she's doing it to communicate something to me. And so we had to have a conversation about, what are you communicating? She said, it brings me joy to serve you. It brings me joy to make sure that everything is in place when you get home. So when I see that she's done it, I identify and say, baby, you did this, you did this, you did this, and it made me feel this way. So I'll be speeding getting home from work. The pedal be on the floor. I'll be trying to get home because I know there is someone there that is waiting on me that wants to. So those of you who are in relationships that you are still in the realm of I got to, I have to,
practice meeting each other's needs.
And practice communicating why you need that. Well, I've already said it. Say it some more. You
say it a different way. Because what if we don't understand the first way that it was communicated? That's a possibility. So you might have to just say it a different way. You might have to repeat yourself a few times. But if you really want that person that you're in relationship with to understand why you need what you need and where it comes from, got to take the time to have the conversation.
We got to go. You dropping nuggets. I thought we was at until next time. Chick-fil-A